Check. 1 2 1 2. How we sounding? Right, I'm not about tomorrow, so I thought I'd do a cheeky 45 minutes hour this morning. Bank holiday weekend in the UK. New from X-Wile. Track's called Sequel. Out on the Mighty Distortion Records.
Chop sequel.
Straight into Macho. Kick the bass. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Shout out to everyone listening back on YouTube, SoundCloud, and a podcast when we get it going again. Won't be long, promise. Easy House Girl, how you doing? Good to see you. What are you up to this weekend? Well, it is bank holiday weekend, right? It's in the UK anyway. Whereabouts are you based? That's a great answer. What are you doing this weekend? Drinking. Just drinking. The whole weekend. Finish work. started drinking. Just finished work, started drinking, and I ain't stopping all weekend. So I'm assuming you're based in the US. Got that right? Australia. Love it. What do you think of my accent? Well, welcome in. So I guess it's Saturday night for you. Okay, hold on. You're here because someone in your family stole a loaf of bread. Oh, you mean in Australia? You got banished many moons ago. I mean, if you're hungry, get it done. I'd steal a loaf of bread. I'll be honest, I travelled around Australia when I was a youngster. I started off in Sydney at Bondi Beach. That's where we kind of landed. And I had about 500 quid. So I had to get a job, but I didn't get a job. And I spent about 2 weeks robbing noodles out of a big bin out of a shop on Bondi Beach. Like 50p noodles. I think back then they were like 10p a packet. The pain of the moment, if I know how to get through the pain of the moment, if I know how to get through, how to get through. So you're listening to a track by me, Afghan Headspin. It's called Know How. Should be up on pre-order pretty soon, if not already. Yeah, so when I was traveling to Australia, I went all the way up the East Coast.
How to get through the pain of the moment
I guess, but it's the Gold Coast, right? So yeah, I travelled the whole way up. I went all the way to the top in Cairns. Stopped off at a place called Maryborough. Oh my days. I've got a story about that. Wow. Yeah, basically I had a coach that just sort of got on and off. Greyhound, I think. He just got a ticket and it just went, these coaches just went around Australia the whole time. He just got on and off when he wanted to. Yeah, so we were going all over the place. I ended up in a place called Maryborough. And there was like this English pub thing. We thought, we'll go there because I've got some rooms we can cheap get a room there. Anyway, turns out I think the owner or they were really cool, and they were like, we got some patrons, some people that come and drinking in here. She's from Crawley. So, okay, that's just around the corner for me, right? I'm in the UK. So, okay. Anyway, they were drinkers too, right? They were proper drinkers. So work would finish and they'd come out for a drink. So we're sort of at the bar. Got nothing else to do, right? And the owner had obviously rung him and said, come in, some guy from England and he's here, blah, 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 blah. I mean, was I a DJ back then? Yeah, I was a DJ, but I wasn't. I was just travelling, backpacking. I was like 19. Yeah, they said, don't stay here, come and stay with us, these people. It's like, what? This is all a bit weird. They were like, come and live with us. Come and stay with us for a bit. It's all free, we've got a spare room and blah blah blah. We live on a cane tone. Yeah, a cane farm. Sugar cane farm. Been 19 and stupid. It's like, yeah, alright, well cool. Just got in a cab and went back with him after the pub. Checked out the hotel room we didn't even check into. This place was in the middle of nowhere, like literally 25 miles out of anywhere. And they were drinkers. It was like a horror movie. Got stuck there for like 2 or 3 weeks. I had a fight with his brother. I knocked his brother spark out. Warehouse Girl. This was in the early 2000s, something like that. Ooh. A bit before. But yeah, so like, but no, yeah, early 2000s. And it was like, yeah, we ended up staying there, and then the guy that I can't remember his name, he was like, oh, come and work, stay here forever, come and work on the train gang with me. I was like, what? So he used to walk down the road to the train line, and you know those train lines with, they used to come and pick him up on the train line, but it was one of those little, it looked like a raft on wheels, and it had like a pump left up and down, like a seesaw, and they pump it, and that's how they got around, and they used to just go and fix the railway track. You know, he was trying to get me to work for him, and I was like, oh, hold on, we're stuck, and we started saying, no, look, we got to move on, blah, blah, blah. They didn't want us to move on. Oh my God, they didn't want us to move on. They used to, so this was on a cane farm, right? And there was cane toads would come out at night. Like hundreds of them, and they'd hit them with cricket bats, and then the brother would come round, they'd lick him, he'd get off his tits. What they did. I was a bit like, oh, this is a bit, but it was, the whole thing was a bit much. You know, they were like, I was at 19. They were like middle-aged people, like normal people, but they weren't normal. But yeah, basically one night we just had to get up and fuck off and leave in the middle of the night. We walked about 5 miles and managed to find another house. They called us a cab, we just got the fuck out of there. But yeah, one night the brother came round and was so drunk, they were drinking, and I was like, and it was getting a bit out of hand. And then the guy that was looking after us started to fight with his brother. Give it all you got. So when I say fight, it was out on the house is like on a pitched, on stilts kind of thing. And they were like, they're just out the front yard, cane everywhere, they're like a little grass sort of area. They just started fighting. You know, like Queensbury rules, roll your sleeves up. It was getting a bit out of hand. Remember, I'm a lot younger than them. It was just stressing me out. It just really stressed me out. So I just walked up to one of them and knocked him out. Like literally put him to sleep. Don't know how I did it. Just whacked him straight on the end of the nose. Bang, the guy was snoring. At what point, alright, the wife and the husband were like, well, you shouldn't have done that, he's going to wake up and he's going to glass you. What do you mean he's going to glass me? I was like, I'll fucking knock him out again. Anyway, that's enough of that. It fucking stressed me out. The whole thing stressed, it was fucking wild. What did you say? Yeah, sorry, tunes. Yeah, you're listening to Ace Noise, all you got. Forthcoming today, Kitchen Rave. You know that, Azza. It was definitely a wrong turn. But yeah, I'm here. I'm telling the tale. And then we just carried on. Went to Barrier Reef, up to I think that was off of Cairns. Went up to the rainforest right at the top. Came back round down the middle, Ayers Rock.
We're gonna break it down like this.
So whereabouts do you Aussies live? Cairns, right? I remember Australia being like in between the UK and America. Definitely got rednecks out there. From Airbacks. Go move your body. I'm Afghan Headspin. Live on Twitch. Playback on SoundCloud. YouTube. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. All the podcast sites we're on. Fell a little bit behind schedule for no other reason than they won't let us upload anymore for the minute. But they're coming.
Home, the city don't sleep. Echoes of the past where shadows creep. Broken bottles, shattered dreams. Concrete jungle, nothing's as it seems. Chains on my mind, chains on my feet. Breaking these balls with every heartbeat. They said I'm not just dirt in the air. Watch me rise, I don't play fair. Street lights home, the city don't sleep. Echoes of the past.
Sunchar, play bass. Data Funk.
Concrete jungle, nothing's as it seems.
Just called Killer, baby.
On my feet, breaking these balls with every heartbeat. They said I'm not just dirt in the air. Watch me rise, I don't play fair. Break the chains, hear the sound.
How you feeling right now?
Revolution.
We are DKR, DirtyKitchenRave.com. Get yourself down there. All the links. Beatport, Juno, Spotify playlist, links to the vinyl store, Dirty Kitchen Rave Discord. It's all there. Go and check it out. DirtyKitchenRave.com.
Break the chains, hear the sound.
In a mix. Danny Frentic. Pulse 2, the extended mix. So have you not heard of Danny Frentic with a 3? Go and check him out. I think he's like in the Juno charts at the moment. He's absolutely smashing it in breakbeat and in bass and in UK garage. He's got a few releases and they just keep growing and growing. Just hanging around in the chart. Danny's been with us. God, been coming up 3 years now. 2-3 years. Huge body of work he's put out on Dirty Kitchen Mode. Oi, oi. It's Swing Cat. It's Ricky B mixing with the Raiders. And it's Fritz. How you lot doing? Oh, I got away with it. A quiet one then. I'll be honest, Rick, I didn't even know you were playing. Didn't mean a clash and all that. I'll have to check you out on a Friday. I kind of do Wednesday and Saturday night. This Saturday night I can't do. So I thought I'd just come in and do a quick cheeky session for the podcast, SoundCloud. Easy little sis, how you doing? Everyone follow little sis. Yes, so for those of you listening back, this was recorded on live on Twitch. So just search Afghan Headspin on Twitch. Come and find me, sign up, and you'll get notifications of when I go live. I'm live at least twice a week. This is where we record all the podcasts and the clips and. Do you really love me? Good night, little sis. Sleep tight. I don't have the final version yet, but I've got a track signed to Electro Breaks last night. It's called Hot Stepper, proper Electro Breaks. Yeah, track playing now is Timon Compom Bass. Really Love Me. Coming in. Sands, Get Low. Shout out to all the Electro Shock crew. As always. Fritz, you still there? I got a couple more tunes and I got a boot out of here. Might be worth looking for someone we can raid into. You know, the one thing I love about breaks, such a melting pot of world music, world instruments. Alright, little sis, you're still here. You're meant to be going to bed. Hey, so Swing Cat. Loving that frog emote. Right, we found anyone to raid into yet? Yeah, the track you listen to now is by Seek Flow. Sherazade. That drop's coming again. Okay, one last tune. As soon as this mix this one in, let's get going, let's get the raid going. Massive shout for the raid, so I wasn't about too much longer. One from Pull the Trigger. I've got to be honest, I thought this was the collab I did with him called Pull Up, but it wasn't. This track's not even named. I want to get such a bollocking for playing this. So if you're still listening, think of a name for this tune. I'll pass it on. So Pull the Trigger. Go and follow him on Instagram. Right. Let's get it done. Where are we going? We're going to Reed Speed or we're going to Frida? We're done. Free the funk. I will catch you Wednesday. You never know, maybe I'll do a bank holiday set. Until then, have an amazing weekend. See you on the other side.